Well, hello everyone. Well, after a nice breakfast, I decided to put together a video for you about the Metris van. I've had a few people ask about it. I know we did 10 reasons why not to buy a Metris. And we also did the 275,000 mile review of the Metris. But when my work shut down, we had to sell all the vans. And there was a gentleman that actually bought 5 of them from us and took them to Illinois. He actually bought my van, which had almost 294,000 miles on it at the time. Like I said, there's a lot of issues why not to buy a Metris van. And, you know, after driving it for 293,000 miles and about 5.5, 6 years, it wasn't a bad van. To be honest, it was just, there was no support from dealerships in our area. If the dealers in our area, or if we actually had a dealer in our area that could work on them, it might have made my complete outlook on the van different. I had lots of, engine issues, the timing belts or timing chains wearing out even with the full synthetic oil. And changing the oil early, doing them every 5,000 as compared to 15,000 mile intervals. The one thing that really never let me down on that van, to be honest, was the transmission. Shifted smooth, no issues whatsoever, even with that amount of miles on it. I know that when we did sell the vans to the gentleman, he got a whole bunch of parts. Mine was throwing a code for the thermostat staying open, which it was the original thermostat with 293,000, almost 294,000 miles. Never could figure out the alternator issue though. We replaced it with 2 OEM units and one failed within 6 months at 220,000 miles. The first one went. The second one went around 240. We replaced it again, and that one lasted 5,000 miles, so we got another OEM unit, actually out of a C-Class from a junkyard, because we couldn't find a new one anywhere. And that one seemed to work the best, which is kind of crazy. You think a junkyard alternator would be a problem, but hey, it worked. We ran our power tools off of it the entire time. It idled 8 hours a day, and yeah. So all in all, the Metris van wasn't a horrible vehicle, but you got to check your dealers in the area and see if they do any kind of support. We have one an hour, or had one an hour from my work, and they didn't touch them. They had one guy that would work on a Metris, and he quit, and they were still selling them, but didn't do any kind of service work. There was another dealer that we actually bought the vans from about 2 hours away, and it would be a month before they could even get to it. So pretty much you had any kind of thing go wrong, you were kind of dead in the water for, a month or two before, they got to it, they fixed it, and you got it back. And when you're a small business like we were, it was really, really hard. And unfortunately, too, one of the kickers was the maintenance costs on them. Not having any kind of dealer support in our area, it was just super expensive to work on them. And then when we did take them to the dealer, it was really expensive to get them worked on as well. I don't know if it's just because the dealer didn't know what they were doing and were charging us more hours than they should have, but I think almost $6,000 for a timing chain is a little outrageous, on one of these vans, especially when you open the hood and there is a lot of room to get to that front of that motor. There was no information for any of our local repair shops that would do our tires to do alignments on them. Mercedes didn't release anything like that. And the belt routing diagram did not exist for the vans, which is kind of weird. And the brakes, we still were having problems with that left front caliper on my van seizing up. I think it was 3 or 4 of them that we did on it, and still could not get the brakes to stop seizing up every once in a while or just not exist. We did a brake fluid flush on it, you know, changed all that out, did not make any difference. Changed a couple of the soft lines, no difference either. It was just a hit and miss thing. The seat actually, driver's seat held up quite well. It seems the passenger seat actually broke down faster than the driver's seat, even though I never had a passenger. Probably because I didn't have a passenger, and that's why it broke down, but it did. There's also a weird issue too, like on angles on the road. If like you tweaked it a little bit going down a driveway, it would say the doors were open. I cleaned all the contacts, actually swapped the contacts out for the door sensors. And it didn't take care of the problem. So I don't know if it's just like a body flex issue or something, but you know, other than that, like I said, it wasn't a bad van. Just the maintenance costs is my biggest thing I don't like. We went through the records. I think we had close to $20,000 worth of maintenance costs on that van in 4.5, 5 years, not including the 7 accidents it was in. Not my fault as well. There was one deer, a turkey, and a tow truck hit it a month after we got it back from a guy backing into it. A semi-truck hit it, and one other person hit it. You know, a bright yellow van, you'd think, hey, I can see that, but obviously not. But wherever you are, van number 123, I hope you're not giving people problems like you did me. You were a good van, but yeah. I will not own another Metris van. Someone gave me one for free and did all the maintenance, possibly, but I will never own one. And I used to like to buy the vans from work and drive them for a while afterwards, and you know, get my money's worth out of them. But I was offered that van by the boss, and I didn't take it. I was like, you know what? I can't really afford to fix it. There's no dealer support in the area, and unfortunately, I didn't have the computer programs to work on it. So. Well, thank you very much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or any comments about your Metris van, feel free to comment down below and I'll get back with you on it. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any more Metris videos coming out from me since they're all gone and I no longer work at the glass company that had them. However, we will have some other kind of car review things coming up. On some other vehicles. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.